Now if it's a party, you know I slide through.
Yeah! Yes, sir! Y'all know what time it is, baby. This your boy Blackberry Lorex. This is the Rex Pick. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all come on in, get your seats, and get ready to be entertained. Because we come from you from a location that will not be disclosed. And we are on something very special tonight. Because tonight, on the Rex Pit, I got the family in full form tonight. We got my brother, my blood brother from the same mother. Denzel, a.k.a. Smiley, a.k.a. Dewey, a.k.a. Bonkers, a.k.a. That right there, that's the big dog, Big Ant. Y'all can call him the resident nose tackle.
Hit him with the.
Hit him
You
with
already know.
Hit him with the yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hit him with the yes, sir. And right there is the Falcons therapist. I call him one. Y'all call him the super villain. Then we got the big ace. Big Will say he bringing back Big Willie style. What's up with your Big Will?
What it do?
And y'all know who that is over there. The Road Runner.
Too fast for you slow mother. Too fast for them slow mother. They already know.
Hey man, this is the Rex Pit, baby. This the AFN family, and we about to get it started because we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Y'all be rude. Let me be rude. I'm not interrupt you real quick. I can be rude.
Be
I
rude.
just want to thank you for having me on. This is the first time. Normally, I'm producing for Miss Maggie on the show, but we have an off night tonight, so I'm just happy to be here. So thank you for having me on, brother.
Y'all know what time. Hey, it's always a special night when Mad Mike in the building. Y'all know what time it is. But we got another special treat for y'all. Okay, because we've been talking amongst ourselves in private. And I got a theme song. I made this probably back in like 2008, 2009, something like that. I don't know. I was doing a lot of narcotics back then. So
Y'all get ready.
my brain a little fuzzy on the timeline. But this for some of y'all out there that I'm gonna just let y'all hear. Y'all gonna know what I'm talking about.
Buckle up.
And we just gonna let this thing ride. Let it play. This for y'all. This for y'all content creators out there. They what? They what? Yeah. They what?
NFL shouted hit more hoes than a running back. Got them like Jay, where these bitches keep on running back. Beat it from the front, then I beat it up from the back. She returning merchandise the way she bring that ass back. East Atlanta, Stone Mountain, bitch. You know where we at? Me and my niggas,
That's our part of town right there, Denzel and Ant. That's our part of town.
Shit right here, nigga.
East Atlanta all day, baby.
East of Atlanta.
East Atlanta, I don't give a damn. I'm saying right. It's not Atlanta. It's not Atlanta. East Atlanta.
What our cousins be saying? What our one of our specific cousins be saying? That's not Decatur. That ain't Decatur, man. That's Stone Mountain.
That's Stone Mountain, bitch.
That ain't Clarkston. That's Stone Mountain, bitch.
That's Stone Mountain, bitch.
That ain't Clarkston. That ain't Tucker. That's Stone Mountain.
That ain't Tucker. It ain't Gwinnett.
Hey, that ain't Redan. That ain't rematch. That's my mom.
That definitely ain't Snellville.
Nah.
I was just thinking that.
What?
Talking like a strap, put her in the iPhone. Save her under big titties and she got a dumper. My friend jocking too, shit. I'ma pull her to her though. They friend in the back, like girl, I'ma fuck with them. I take them to the crib. I'm about to run.
Hey, next time you should open up with that the song that you be having the Looney Tune metaphors.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to let the family hear that one. That ain't for the public yet.
Oh no.
That ain't for the public. Anyway, man.
Ooh, that's spicy, boy. That's just red hot on that.
Listen, all this jacking got to stop. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway,
Looking at somebody.
We got the binoculars on somebody, bro. And that's brought to you by Thong Poppers. Don't be a thong popper.
Y'all out here. Y'all out here. We out here too. We know. Just know we know. But anyway, and of course, it's Falcons all season, and we're gonna have plenty of Falcons stuff to talk about throughout the duration of this off season. So tonight we're gonna have it at a limited capacity because the Hawks news has it has overcome. Okay, in the last week, it has overcome, and it feel like we getting gems every other hour now with these Hawks. So my brother, he said something.
Hey, bro. That's what ATL Leo. That's what I'm talking about right there. Go ahead.
My brother said something. He said something a while ago. The floor is yours.
I would like to bring receipts. I would like to bring receipts. If you was on here, I don't recall the exact day. I'm just gonna make up shit. If you don't, but I'm gonna sound so convincing with it. Look, if you was on here, December. I'm gonna just say December. I ain't gonna know. Look.
I think it was in December.
Oh, it was December. Oh, it was December.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Some of y'all may recall me mentioning, "Hey, this here," and I'd be like, "What?" I remember you said that Nate would be out of here by All-Star break, and I'd be like, "What? For real?" And yeah, you said that in December, and guess what? I was like, "What? Nate gone."
He gone.
Because it didn't work.
He been waiting to say I told you so all week. He been waiting to say it all week.
Come on, man.
Mike, there goes your cue, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. You had the floor. Me.
Me.
Until Mike come on. One last time.
Me.
Y'all, this gonna be a fun show. This gonna be a fun one, y'all.
That boy good.
Fun.
That boy good right there.
They're waiting for that encore, Mike.
The suspense is killing me.
Hold on real quick. stole my high school Jaguars.
Yes, sir. That's my school right there. Hey, that's my school right there.
No, I think he meant Stevenson.
Yo, we the Pirates, bro. We ain't no damn Jaguars.
Nuh-uh. He said SHS. Jaguars. That's
Stevenson High School. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Stevenson is in Stone Mountain, technically.
Yeah, it is. Technically. Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's on that side. It's on that uppity side of town. Y'all uppity niggas over there.
Those are called hood rich.
That's what them uppity niggas in.
Hey, don't do that. don't do
that. They used to be flagging with living in 3-story houses with a beach with a beach on the backyard.
Oh, man.
Game bangers, like, Lord, you gonna kill me with your life insurance policy.
Mike must be having some difficulties, but
they're cut over there playing with the cable.
Yeah. Listen, Denzel did say it. Okay. Yep. He did.
There you go.
I'm not proud of it though. I'm not, because somebody lost their job, even though he was a millionaire before. He's still a millionaire after. And he was a millionaire during. But you know, the writing's on the wall. It's writing on the wall. Writing on the wall. Now I get to the second part of this soliloquy later, because there will be a second part to this departure of a coach.
Ooh.
And it's not
you ain't gotta wait. You can get into it now.
You sure?
Go ahead and get it off the chest, Denzel.
Nah, man, y'all ain't ready.
Hey, I like starting shit. Let's do it.
Don't let that shit stick.
All right, so the second part is, I'm pretty sure we done heard this week since the departure of Nate has happened. The quote unquote presumably coach killer Trae Young, with the new coach that's coming in, if it does not work out within this next year, if no progress has been made, I ain't saying
stop, because I see where you're going, and that's coming up a little bit later.
I wonder what you.
I thought you were gonna say something else, but that's coming up a little bit later. So I'm gonna stop you right there.
Dot.
So, Ant, me and you, man, it's been me and you since the start of this, bro. With the taking up for Nate, taking up, you know, we support me and Big Ant. We support who's ever there. That's what we do. We support who's there. We recognize their flaws, but we still support who's there. But I gotta ask Ant the question. Now that it's happened, now that Nate McMillan has been dismissed of his duties, what are your thoughts on the job that he did here in Atlanta?
Biased or unbiased? What you want?
You can give me both of them.
Okay. I'll put it like this. Sometimes he gets on my fucking nerves with what he does at the end of the game. Trust me. He gets on my goddamn nerves. He gets on my damn nerves with the shit that he does at the end of the game. You just let these niggas just play hero ball. Go ahead. Go play hero ball. Don't run no sets. Everybody just stand at the 3-point line. Let Trae try to dribble around for like 14 seconds, and then let me try to get up a shot. Oh, it didn't go in? Oh, no shit. And then let's jog back on defense.
Jog back.
That keyword jog.
Let's jog, man. Even though it's a 2-on-2.
Hell, it don't be that.
Lord help us. He did. Look, what I'm getting to is if anybody can read between the lines, he did not hold anybody accountable for shit.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see any accountability being held on his end to the players.
Y'all remember I said that a couple shows ago too. I told you all about that coaching and development, and I wasn't seeing that. I said it a couple shows ago.
Go ahead, Will.
Speak on it. Speaking like what Ant said, you know what I mean? These boys were just shooting up shot. They shooting up too early. Trae Young still popping Trae from the logo. Ain't nobody down there to rebound. Come on, when you coach and you talk when you shoot jumpers out there, make sure somebody there to rebound. 3 back to the rebound. 3 back to the rebound. Come on, man. It's been the same thing, bro. We shooting stuff from the logo. Ain't nobody up under there. That's why our rebound be so low. Then you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no accountability for none of that, bro. Like the coaching.
You sure ain't got nothing to do with that little sugar daddy we got? I'm sorry.
Who that? I
apologize. Well, you sure ain't got no that little sugar mama we got getting paid $120 million.
You talking about John Collins?
Yeah. It ain't take you that long. You just delayed that. You delayed that on purpose. You delayed that. You knew exactly what you're talking about. He delayed that shit on purpose. He knew exactly what I was talking about.
Nobody up under that rebounding, Mike. Ain't nobody rebounding, bro. Everybody.
That's true. That's true.
And that come from coaching, bro. You got to have and if you watch a Hawk game, bro, everybody just standing there. Ain't no movement. Nobody's moving. So guess what the defenders doing? All they doing is sitting there reading the lane, the passing lane. Come on, bro. You ain't moving. Ain't nobody moving, bro.
Nobody.
You got to move around, get ball movement.
Nate.
Nobody was being developed. How many minutes he giving them young guys? Hold up. Y'all remember we were talking a couple shows ago, and I said when we got them boys on the roster, it's up to Nate to get them boys some chance to play. How many minutes he gave them folk? I'll wait.
A couple.
Don't worry. We'll wait.
Folk no minute, bro.
None. Thing is, they would get their 13 to 17 minutes, but it came quarters 1 through 3. In the fourth quarter, in the last 8 minutes, you don't see them. You don't see Griffin. You don't see Jalen Johnson.
In the important moments, you don't see them, boys.
You don't see them. And if
like
you
don't trust them.
If you ask me, Jalen Johnson, I think the young man is actually damn good on the defensive end.
Hell yeah.
He should have been in the game in the clutch for his defensive prowess and his athleticism to be able to run the flow on fast break opportunities. Somebody, and I'm gonna pass it to Warren on Champagne Bow's comment in just a second here, Warren. But something that I seen every single team outside of maybe like the Denver Nuggets, because the Denver Nuggets, they don't really need to stretch the flow because they just good doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else we played, bro, they could stretch the flow on us because it clutched it in the end of the game when it came time to get turnovers in key moments, when it came time to get fast break points in key moments, get down there, draw a foul, teams would kill us, bro. Running the floor. They killed us running the floor. And it's because you ain't got the guys out there like the Jalen Johnsons in the AJ Griffins that can get out there and run that flow with these young boys and these guys with all this athleticism. The team is the league is full of athletes everywhere across the board now. Everybody can run the flow. You got to be able to do that in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry, but Bogdan Bogdanovic is not the guy to have in the game when you need to get stops on defense and you need to get fouls drawn in the clutch. He ain't the guy to be out there. You should have had AJ Griffin out there. And I love Onyeka coming for his heart and for his hustle. But he another guy. Jalen Johnson should have been in there. Now, see, I know injuries have played a part. And you didn't have no choice but to play all the minutes. Well, you had a choice. You could have went out and got some guy that's sitting on their couch twiddling their damn thumbs all damn day. But you couldn't do that because your front office was in dismay. So you couldn't really go out there in the free agency and do what you needed to do. But you still had other cards you could play, and we didn't play them. And that has to fall back on Nate, because when you seeing it every single game, it ain't if the players are doing what they or ill-advised things, and you don't have the right personnel out there in certain moments, that has to fall back on Nate. It just has to.
But you remember we said that defense is an effort thing too, right?
Defense is
defense is an effort thing.
It is.
Like I said, when we went back them 21 days, you played both offense and defense. You ain't play defense, you ain't getting the ball back. You feel me? You can't get the ball back if you ain't playing defense. Everybody know how to play defense. It's just the effort to play defense. Everybody want to be a scorer. You know what I'm saying? But you got to play defense too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It just in there, bro. And they was getting away with it for so long. The coaches letting them do it. We ain't got no coach that hold nobody accountable. Like I say, I don't know what it is with Atlanta team. We fail to find the coaches that hold somebody accountable. Now the Falcons got somebody who gonna hold them accountable. But what the Hawks gonna get? I wouldn't mind Quin Snyder up in the thing. I wouldn't mind him, bro.
But
this is what happens.
Yeah, go ahead, one touch on it, because that comment right there about Champagne Bell. Now, see, we was talking about this before the show started.
That's what happens when you try to reinvent the wheel, and it's already working. We already know them boys like to run. They like to run, period. They are a offensive squad. And when you start doing stuff, you got players out of rotation. Like you just said, you got guys that's good on defense. You put them in at the wrong time. It's just the same thing as the Falcons. When you put players out of position, they don't play to their fullest, their maximum potential. We all complain about how Trae's been playing, John's been playing. You know what I'm saying? We complain about, Capella not being in when they need him and stuff like that. But when you fuck up the rotation, you throw the whole balance of the team off. You got offense in there when it need to be defense, and then you got defense in there when you need offense. And you standing on the sideline hoping for a miracle. They don't need to get it. They're a good squad. You brought DeJounte Murray in to help out with Trae Young, but you're not using them. You're not using that pick and roll. You're not doing anything. Especially in the fourth quarter. Especially in the fourth quarter when your squad, whomever squad is not doing defense and gets tired out, those are the ones that lose. The fourth quarter when you make your most mistakes because you're tired. Mm-hmm. Then ran up and down the court all day. That's when they go to jacking up threes and ain't nobody blocking. Like you said, you can't shoot a three without somebody down there. That's just common sense basketball. That's basketball 101.
It ain't but two people in this league get that luxury to jack up a three with nobody down there to get a board. It ain't but two people. Steph Curry and Damian Lillard. And that's
Damian Lillard. That's it.
Them the only two people
they gonna make it.
Got that green light.
Hold up now.
Got that green light.
Wait. Now I do have to rebuttal that. Trae was in that conversation.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
But he never had a high percentage.
Even before this season.
Trae ain't never had a high percentage.
He never had a high percentage.
But see, if you notice, Trae did those threes when that team was on a roll. If you notice, Trae hit them threes when them boys was on a roll, when Clint was down there catching rebounds. John was on the perimeter. They was doing the 2 point, doing the shooters. When they're in the rhythm, Trae hits, he comfortable, he pops one up.
But
What you seeing these guys doing now is Trae is throwing up desperate threes. And if you play basketball, when you start throwing up desperate shots, they do not fall.
Right. And what Curry,
I don't care what part of the floor you on, they do not fall.
And
it's like
three. And
right,
Draymond
because
Green usually be there to get the rebound. Draymond Green usually be there. You feel what I'm saying?
But
when you see Curry ain't gonna shoot too many shots that hurt his team.
No, he ain't.
If he popping up them logo three, it might be a transition three or a heat check three. He ain't never just tossing them up, just tossing them. You feel what I'm saying? He worked the offense. Steph Curry move around. Steph Curry can move without the ball. He would sit out there and run, move without the ball. He ain't go stand on the 3-point line. Trae Young go over there when he don't have the ball. He go stand on the 3-point line like just standing there, bro. He don't move.
And that's the thing. The Hawks are they're at their best when they're in constant motion because they throw the defense off. They don't know who's going to do what at what point. Mm-hmm. And they're standing around because, like we said, coaching, mindset. And what happens after so many games you lose and your players are used to playing a certain way, you technically begin to start losing the locker room. People stop wanting to play. If you notice coaches that really let their players play and do what they do, they play hard for them. And in them games, a lot of them games, when it get down to the fourth quarter, when they know they behind, they just be like, yeah, well, it is what it is now. We just gonna try to slow the bleeding. We ain't gonna try to stop it.
Stop it, Juan. Because that's what the fuck we seen them last 3-4 games before the All-Star break.
When you lose the will to play, ain't nothing the coach can do for you.
Nope.
Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know if anybody said it, but there's a huge. Everybody keep the easiest thing in the world is to focus on the star. That's the easiest thing in the world is to focus on the star. But there is a greater problem with this team. We've seen it with the Falcons. We've seen it with the 49ers. We've seen it with Baltimore. There's a missing element. This missing element with the team is the scheme. I hate to keep saying this the way it is. Yeah. There's a huge problem with this scheme because you don't have just Trae struggling. Trae struggle.
And then
we got John Collins that struggle, and we got we got all the guys are struggling. This is not just one guy shooting logo three. We can sit up here and pick on Trae all the time. Look, I see Steph shoot a bitch fucking fucking half court. I see this motherfucker shoot a third of the damn court. So it ain't the shot selection for me ain't necessarily the problem. But when you got 3, 4, 5 guys struggling, bogey, like Blackberry was saying about in the fourth quarter, how can you know these guys got it if you're not testing their mental capacity? Being in the fourth quarter, when you sweating, when it's time to get dirty, they ain't even getting a chance, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Give them one shot. You don't have to give them a shot every time. Give them one opportunity. That's it. If you can't handle it, I'll know. If I see something good in you during that moment, I know I can give you a little bit more. He's not even giving these guys that opportunity.
Hey, Coach said he needs a link, y'all.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
If I can add 3 more quick key points, I'm just saying my lab before we transition. Now, Mike mentioned scheme. That was one of my 4 keynotes. Scheme is terrible. The other one, we already know, rotation lineup. His transitions to his rotations and the lineups in those rotations suck. And they've been suspect since after the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, he'll use number 7 people. He used 7 people, bro. 7 folks. That's what he used.
I mean, you are the other team know who coming in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
At what point in time, too? He finna bring. Yeah, so we gonna switch. Y'all gotta give us the opportunity because
That's
he's
a
switching
great
out. So we
point.
gotta
That's a great
Yeah.
point.
all right, cool.
They're
Mismatch.
predictable. They're predictable.
So you have that, and then mention the Eastern Conference Finals. What had happened after the Eastern Conference Finals? What was the change in the coaching staff between it before Eastern Conference Finals, after Eastern Conference Finals? You had a whole different coaching staff. He brought in a new coaching staff and then got rid of, it seemed like, everything that worked before. Like, it's like
Didn't that sound familiar? Don't that sound familiar?
It's like your boy, not Stefanski. The offensive coordinator we brought in after Shanahan.
Yeah.
You give him an old playbook. He couldn't follow.
With that dirt cutter.
He's talking about Sarkisian. He's talking about
Sarkisian. He couldn't follow the old playbook.
Steve Sarkisian,
Yeah.
When all you had to do was possibly just let him do his. It's similar to that. Let him try his. He can't do what that boy did. He can't do what he did. He only did what he did because it's him.
Because it's him.
Right.
It's him.
Right. I'm going to outshine you with your own game.
Like, let that man be his own man. And then the misuse of minutes. How the hell does Jalen Johnson go from playing 15 or 17 minutes the game, the second to last game, to 4 minutes or 8 minutes the next game? I think it was 4.
Exactly.
It's hard to understand stupid, don't it? It is hard to understand stupid.
You can't develop a player like that.
Nope.
But you know, he failed everywhere he coached, though. He failed everywhere he coached.
Well,
one team where his development was good on the team. You didn't see him develop now player. Team already had players in place. What player you seen him develop at the team he coached at? I'll wait for it.
Well, see, thing is, when he was coaching Paul George. Now, see, this go back to what I said before we started the live, and I'm gonna let Coach jump in after this. He's used to small forwards. He likes to coach scoring small forwards that are the focal point of the team. They're the centerpiece of the team. Either small forwards or big shooting guards. That's what he liked. This was never a good mesh for him. It was never a good mesh. And for anybody that want to say, well, hell, you, because me and Big Ant we've been supporting Nate McMillan. For any of y'all that want to come in here and say, y'all wasn't saying all this, y'all didn't have the energy for him.
That's a full-faced lie.
It show hell ill, because it ain't not one time we sat on here and didn't say that Nate McMillan had things he had to improve on. Because he absolutely did. But see, that's one of the things right there. What Will just said is developing players. See, if the styles was clashing because the front office wanted to build one thing, Nate McMillan is used to doing something totally different out there on that floor. They continue to build in their vision. He had a totally different he got a totally different way of coaching for his team. That this is not the team for him to coach, and this wasn't a team he wanted to coach.
Communication, though.
He didn't even want to. In my opinion, he took the assistant coach job when Pierce was here because we was the only team to offer him a job, and he wants to work.
Yep.
Offer him a job. Yep.
They offered him a job, and he took it. Nobody else was offering him a job.
Wait, Blackberry. You said something very key, and it went over people's head.
Wow.
He wanted to work, but did he want to win?
He just wanted to work, bro. He didn't want no head coaching job. He didn't want this head coaching job in particular. It's not the team for him to. It's not his team for him to coach. But coach,
because a lot of young folks, a lot of young players.
I want you to jump. Before we transition over to the next topic, touch on the Nate McMillan dismissal and your thoughts on that.
This is my take on this. This is my take, so it ain't concrete.
But think about this about Nate McMillan when he got here. If you look at anywhere he's been, he's going to give you 2 good years. But then he just starts. Then he starts to fall off. Look at anywhere he's been. His first 2 years, he's going to give you those 2 years.
He didn't give us 2, coach.
Well, was his 3rd year?
No, there was like his year. He was year and a half. He came on last.
Okay, I'm gonna give it. But he makes that team better. He made that team better from that first year, right? Because at the beginning they was terrible.
Yeah.
No, he was.
He brought them together. Then last year, injuries killed that team last year. Simple as that. Injuries killed that team last year.
Yeah, but Lloyd Pierce was the coach team at the beginning of the year. He took over at the middle.
Yeah, exactly. But Lloyd Pierce only had 11 wins too.
And we were horrible under Lloyd Pierce. We got
Nate got 20 plus wins. That second half.
He said he was using Lloyd Pierce philosophy to finish out the season. He brought in his own philosophy this year.
Last 2 years,
He said,
last year.
He ain't been here 2 years. That's what I'm saying. He ain't been here.
This is his 3rd year. This is second.
No.
It's 2.5 years. How's that?
He got fired in the middle, so he only been there a year. A year.
It'd be 2 years.
Taking over.
Well, he been 2 years.
He came in last year, and he
came here the year before last.
He came in before.
No, he came here last year.
So last year was his first full season as a head coach.
Exactly. So he came here like
his first full season as a head coach. This would have been his second season as a full.
Exactly.
As a
I'm tripping. My fault. I'm tripping.
Exactly.
Right. My fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they was in the AC. They was in the AC. Ninth seed this year, one.
Last season,
they was ninth seed.
They was like 10.
Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
They made the play in. They made it out the play in, and they landed that AC out the play in.
We got destroyed by Miami.
But another thing I want to say about
that was rough.
Another thing I want to say about Nate, guys, he wasn't gonna quit. He kind of like Mike said the other day. He checked out, so he forced him to fire him. That was a force because if you just quit, he's not gonna never get another job. Think about that. He forced him to fire him.
Energy is contagious, man. That energy, that negative energy, is very contagious, and them guys, everybody was trying to figure out what's wrong with everybody.
Right?
It was Nate. It was Nate's energy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it was just Nate. It wasn't just Nate. But that's for another topic. But
it's that energy, bro. I'm telling you right now, one person's energy can change the whole drive. Like even on the show, if I'm yelling, screaming, and cussing everybody out, guess what? It can definitely change the energy, bro.
Yes, sir, it can, bro.
That's why I said. And that's why I said earlier to somebody, I said Nate lost that locker room. He didn't lose it in the fashion that we're all accustomed to, but he lost it because them boys stopped playing hard for him. They stopped going hard. You notice teams that are in sync with their coach, they go hard for him. Doesn't matter how tired, doesn't matter how dysfunctional they may seem, they find a way to get it together. Once you lose, once you flip that energy, them boys is like, whatever.
Well, you can see it a lot of
that goes to say
locker room show thing. And when you used to do breakdowns and stuff, a lot of them guys weren't even into it, bro. A lot of them weren't. You can see it in it.
He wanted to resign. Don't forget that.
He wanted to resign. Now, that's a rumor.
No, that was a rumor.
That's a rumor.
That was a rumor.
Was it?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
That's never been confirmed by anybody in Nate McMillan camp. And we also got Landry Fields in his recent interview saying that Nate McMillan never said to him that he was thinking about leaving the team. He's never said that to anybody. If he ain't said it to Landry Fields, then he ain't said it to nobody.
Well, he sure looked like he was trying to resign.
Like I say, if he quits,
know this song. Look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. Everybody saw past it. Looking at man eye, you know exactly what the hell was on. That man was checked the hell out. He did not want to be there.
I mean,
I saw It was the game. I don't know which game it was. It might have been the Charlotte game. Bro, I seen this dude. I seen the team down. They went on a 10-0-12 run. And this dude just stood on the sideline with his arms folded. Didn't blink, didn't smile. That motherfucker had a stale face. I was like, yeah, he gone. He checked out, bro.
That's just it.
He had that. Wait a minute. Nate had that. Wait a minute. Nate had that confused dad look when the kids on the playground. He don't know what the hell they doing. He just.
Yeah.
Oh, they hit the What?
Body language tell a lot, bro. Body language tell a lot, bro.
Oh boy.
But hey, so we got a little news that Quin Snyder is a leading candidate for the head coach position. Now, of course, we know Quin Snyder has he has ties to the Hawks. He was an assistant coach here when Budenholzer was our coach, coaching Teague and them boys. So with Quin Snyder being a leading candidate, how you feel about that, Ant? How you feel about Quin Snyder being a leading candidate, and who else is on your radar as a candidate?
You know what? I feel good about him. Just look at what he did in Utah, man. Like, he took that team. They was in the dumps, and then I think they went all the way up to like a #1 seed or something like that. And then
they was like shit. They was monsters in the regular season.
They was monsters in the regular season, but and also, if I had my way, I would have Mark Jackson. I've been on him since his last year in Golden State. I'm just to see what he did. Like, I want people to just picture what Stephen Curry was before he got when he got there to when he left. It was like complete night and day. I need that type of development on my team.
Facts.
Period.
Facts. Definitely need that. Now,
and if he gonna hold them players accountable, then that's gonna be a difference maker.
It is.
It really is. But I think multiple coaches that they brought up would hold players accountable. Quin Snyder, I can see him holding people. Shoot, he was holding Rudy Gobert accountable.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then after he left, it was like, look, you see why I was holding him accountable? Look at him. Soft. But he even held Donovan Mitchell accountable in some cases. But I thought about Mark Jackson, and I was like, how long he been out, commentating? I'm like, does he really want to get back in the league?
It don't seem like it.
It don't. I don't think he.
It don't seem like it.
And I'm pretty sure he done had opportunities coming his way, especially when Ime Udoka went out, and it was like, Mark Jackson is right there.
Yeah.
And he'll come into doing the similar type of team with greater defense in Boston at that point in time than what he had before.
Yeah.
Better rotation.
Come on with him and Udoka. You come on with him. He ain't do never sleep with that bro. He ain't do never sleep with her. That's it. Come on with him.
My point is
exactly.
Yeah, but you get away with it. Yeah, but you already know with the kind of media and fan base we got right now, they trying to take a page out of Falcons book and not get any kind of scandal put across. None of that.
Hold up. Hold up, though. They didn't think about that crap last year when they were all in on the Deshaun Watson fingers.
Look. But like I said, like I said, remember, most of that these fans don't understand. Most of that was speculatory because the Falcons never reached out to him. That's what they found out later.
We didn't reach out to him.
They didn't reach out to him.
Damn, how y'all get on Falcon? How y'all get on Falcon talk? We ain't ready for that.
No, we're talking about Udoka.
Oh.
But yeah. I was like, they trying to take a page out of the book and be like, nah. But for me, Snyder develop the players, hold them accountable, and let them boys play ball the way they're good at playing ball. Let them play to their strengths and develop on that. Don't try to make them something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? That to me is one of the biggest issues I see because, like I said, if they're playing out of position, you're not going to get no kind of team rhythm. So the stuff that we're used to seeing from them, you're not going to see. It's going to look like they're going to look like a bunch of confused rookies.
And you know
that goes for any team.
This is a great point by Tremmel. Some you see in all leagues.
Yeah.
Something you see in all leagues. When the great coach of that league and when his tree finally starts getting their opportunities and they start getting catching stride, like Budenholzer, who's also out of the Popovich tree. Mm-hmm. Quin Snyder was here when Budenholzer was here. He went to the Utah Jazz. He spread his wings. It was something that he was missing in Utah. It was something that, in my opinion, it wasn't Quin Snyder in Utah. Why they couldn't get over the hump?
They didn't have a Trae Young.
They didn't have a Trae Young, bro.
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Listen to him.
What your boy Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a scoring guard. He's a scoring guard. He's not a playmaking guard. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from the guy. Donovan Mitchell is a phenomenal player. Not taking nothing from him. But what do you need in the system we got? This is what I was trying to tell people where Nate McMillan was clashing it with where this team go. Like Mike was saying, the scheme has been all over the place. We don't have an identity. We don't have one. In Utah, Quin Snyder comes from a system where identity, you have to have it. Budenholzer, he couldn't get that identity here. Why? Because what he needed was a Giannis Antetokounmpo. He needed that for what he likes to do. Okay? What did Popovich have? Popovich had bigs that could do everything he needed them to do. That's why I said Tony Parker was not wherever. Like Tony Parker was great. Don't get me wrong. But that team didn't function off Tony Parker. That team functioned off of
Two Twin Towers, though. That low.
Y'all get a name out for me.
David Robinson.
Tim Duncan and David Robinson. After David Robinson, it was the Tim Duncan show.
Yep.
But you had a playmaking guard in Tony Parker.
Manu.
What that tree is accustomed to, the Budenholzers, the Snyders, they needed playmaking guards. So what you got right here in Atlanta is a playmaking guard. And I want to go to something that we just came across right before stream, y'all. What his name is? Parsons.
Chandler Parsons.
Chandler Parsons. On the podcast, he said that in his opinion, Trae Young needs to be the second option. He needs another star here who the team is centered around. I could use Golden State as a example, but not really, because Stephen Curry he's Stephen Curry.
He's that dude.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
I could use it as an example, but I won't.
But then DeJounte supposed to been that second one?
No, but check this out. What's DeJounte's biggest flaw?
He couldn't shoot three. That was his big flaw.
Well, that might be his biggest flaw. But he's actually worked on that. But his biggest flaw was incorporating the team to a scheme to do what they need to do on the offensive end. Trae Young is a orchestrator of offense.
Mm-hmm.
He orchestrates offenses.
Yeah.
Okay. Quin Snyder needed that in Utah out of Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is not that. Now Donovan Mitchell is somewhere where he ain't looked at to be the playmaker guard. He's just looked at to be the scoring guard. You got somebody up there who's a playmaking guard already.
Yep.
That's why that team is so successful, because they got bigs. They got bigs that can do what bigs do: rebound, block, and get and dominate down low. Quin Snyder, if he was to come to the Hawks, he would have a playmaking guard in Trae Young. Then and Clint Capella is that down low guy. You need another guy though. You need another guy off that bench. You need another guy off that bench down low. Go ahead, Mike.
It's really this simple. Trae Young needs a Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep.
Trae Young needs a Shaquille O'Neal. He's a guy that's going to get to the rim. He needs a guy who's going to be a slasher and he's going to attack the basket. So Trae Young can be free flowing around that perimeter. That's what he wants to do. Trae he can penetrate, he can do all that, but he needs a Shaquille O'Neal. He needs a guy that's going to dominate the paint. He's going to do those, hit those mid-range jump shots. But most of all, he needs a guy that's going to have attitude. That's what Chandler Plus was talking about, where he needs another guy right there, because Trae Young, not all the time, because a lot of people going to start shit with Trae. Let's just keep that real. A lot of people going to try to start fights with Trae. A lot of people going to try to tick him off. They're going to try to triple, quadruple. They're going to full court press him. They're going to do all that type of stuff. He needs a guy that's going to stand up and say, bitch, this my team now. Y'all want to do this to Trae? All right, I'm about to step up now. Until I see that from DeJounte all the time, I don't see that attitude for him. I need to see John Collins get his little sugary sweet ass show some fucking passion. He act like a bitch. I'm just gonna be rude. Excuse me. He act like a little bitch because he act like he don't care.
Yeah, I need John.
Look, I need that motherfucker elbow motherfucker in the face or something. When the last time y'all seen John Collins pissed off about it and went and took the shit out on somebody on the defensive end?
Never.
He gonna clap for you though.
When we play
never.
Sixers in that playoff game.
And against them.
He did it then. That's the John Collins I need. There's no passion with this dude. There's no passion with John. Hawks need a guy with some passion. Clint Capella is a nice dude. He plays hard, but he's a nice dude. They need some guy with some passion. It can't be solely DJ that with the passion.
An enforcer. They need an enforcer, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's real simple. They need an enforcer. And like Coach would say, when they done got paid. John Collins done got paid. You saw that. Yeah. You saw that.
He's comfortable now.
You saw that heart and that fire out of him when he was playing for.
Yeah, Coach say that all the time.
When he was playing for a check, you seen it. You seen that passion when he was playing for a check.
He knew it's guaranteed.
And I don't like when fans say, oh, that come out of these guys, and when playoff time comes, they hold back in the regular season. That's bullshit. Because that's bullshit. Because in order to get some ground in the playoffs, You need to show that heart and that passion before the playoffs. That way, I know what to look forward to when playoff times come as a fan.
Right. You got to build up that you got to build up that goddamn heat for when y'all get ready for the playoffs. We already hyped. The fans got to get hyped. You got to sell tickets, bro. But if you playing,
it's something that's generational, Will. It's something that's generational. I'm telling you, it's this generational player now. Because I shouldn't see Onyeka Okongwu giving his all against Embiid or Giannis Antetokounmpo. I shouldn't see you giving your all against these guys and playing these. Don't nobody play them better than Onyeka Okongwu play them. And then when you get ready to play a damn somebody from the damn
Spurs,
from the damn Charlotte Hornets, and you play the Charlotte Hornets and you getting your ass whooped down low. That don't make no sense to me. To me, that don't make you got to bring that same energy you bring against Embiid, that same energy you bring against Giannis. I need you to bring that same energy against somebody that's inferior to them. I don't need you taking no damn steps back just because you feel like the talent ain't as good, or you feel like they ain't as comparable as these guys. You can't show your ass against them and then you turn into an ass when it's time to play somebody else that's inferior to them. It don't make no sense.
John Collins took a step back. He had these periods where like you got DeJounte Murray, so now the hype was, he's here to help Trae, this, that, and the other. John gets to the point where he figured, okay, well, they can do it. I'm just gonna be on the court in case they need me. And like I said, this go for football or basketball or baseball. In the regular season, it's about who you play. In the playoffs, it's about how you play. Because most of them games is one and done.
That man still got his mama titty in his mouth. Let's keep it real.
Hey, yeah.
He love it, mama.
Yeah.
No, he's the mama boy.
He love it, mama. But Will.
Hey, man, that man's name is John the Baptist. What did y'all expect?
Hey, first of all,
folks got to hear what the Bible did.
John the Baptist was a killer, boy. John the Baptist was a killer, boy. John the Baptist didn't play that shit.
I was gonna say,
knock him outside the head with the Bible.
I was gonna say, people in the Bible took your life.
That was back
then. Took your life, bro.
So what I'm saying?
Lives.
So what you trying to say? This John got baptized in milk?
Lord.
Chocolate milk.
Breast milk.
Nah, that ain't chocolate milk. He got baptized in that strawberry
breast milk.
No, that was
breast milk. What that man say?
Similac.
The best Cambodian breast milk.
Skim milk.
Cambodian breast milk.
He on that 2%.
Let me go to Will with this, and we're gonna go around the horn. Well, we doing a lot of talk about Nate McMillan. We're doing a lot of talk about John Collins, Trae Young. We're doing a lot of. We round the horn. But Will, who's to blame for the Hawks' shortcomings?
Man, I think it's a little bit of some of everything. I'm gonna blame the front office for not giving the head coach the power to do what he want to do with his roster. I'm blaming the head coach for not developing his team. I'm gonna blame Trae Young for not being more of a leader. You know what I'm saying? You the main guy on this team, so everybody looking at you whether you like it or not. You the big dog. You got to show these guys, hey man, I know the season ain't going right for us, but hey, I'm here with y'all. I'm gonna get everything. There's some nights out there you seen Trae Young where he was like, man, he's just tossing up something. He ain't really, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really just like in it. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on his face. Like I said, you can read everybody's face, bro. You can see the beef him and the coach had. But, you know, y'all had beef, but don't show it out here to these fans. You feel what I'm saying? Come out here and give it all. Come out here and give your all. And everything else going to resolve itself, just like it just did. You feel what I'm saying? The coach gone. Now y'all ain't got no excuse. What's going to be next? That's what I want to see. What's next?
Now, Will, Chandler Parsons also stated that he didn't see any clash of
That's a lie. You can see that. You can see that on the
Trae
TV,
Young
bro.
and Nate McMillan.
You can see that on the TV. You can clearly see that on the TV.
Oh,
I feel what you're saying. You can see it on the TV. I feel that, but this coming from somebody that shared a locker room with these guys.
But
I'm
how
just-
long
I'm-
ago
I'm
when
just saying.
when Chandler left the team, though?
I look at it this way: from the outside looking in, it's just like with your neighbors. You might see every time you walk out your door, you see the lady next door and her husband. They got their faces frowned up. They don't look like they like each other. They don't hardly speak when they come out the door. They just get in the car and go. They come home. They don't speak to each other. They just walk in the house. From the outside looking in, it look like they don't like each other.
Yeah.
But next thing you know, you see balloons on the mailbox. They having a gender reveal party.
But check this out.
And
What
they
they said-
renewing their vows. I mean, sometimes from the outside looking in, it can be perceived as a way, especially because of this. Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of things gonna be kept close to the vest when they come to these organizations. It ain't a whole lot of organizations that wear everything on their sleeve for everybody to know. The Dallas Cowboys, for instance, or the Los Angeles Lakers of today, not past, but of today. The Jenny Bus experience with that's what I'm gonna call it, the Jenny Bus experience over there in LA. So a lot of teams gonna keep things close to the vest, and it's what fans have to perceive. It's what we perceive of what's going on. But when I got sources that tell me the opposite of that from within these organizations, then that's what I have to go off of. I can't just go off of what I feel and what I think I see. You see what I'm saying?
But have Chandler Parsons been on the team this year?
Nope.
When did the problem start with Trae Young and Nate McMillan? This year, right?
We don't know. That's the thing.
Okay,
We don't know
what.
We know they had a disagreement in a practice, and Trae Young was suspended. Well, not necessarily suspended, but he didn't dress for a game because of it. That's what we know. We don't know if this was a recurring thing. And then we put pieces together like with Nate, he looked checked out on the sideline, the front office, and they, having disagreements with Nate and what he doing with what he want to do with the team. Don't nothing seem to go together. And like Mike and Warren and Ant and Coach have said, it looks as though that there was confrontation between the two of them because of those things. But if we don't know, all we go off is what we think and what we feel. But when I have sources from within that tell me something different, because he ain't the only one. Like when it came to Nate McMillan saying he wanted to quit, his son, who's on the staff, said the opposite. He said, "I don't know where y'all getting that from. Don't believe what you hear." This came out his son mouth. So what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. Trae Young is the start, and this is what Mike is alluding to. This is what he's not alluding to. He's saying it. It's going. The focus is easy to focus on him and his relationship with the organization. It's easy to focus on him and his relationship with the coach, and you perceive what you want from it. But things are kept so close to the vest with these organizations, they're not going to confirm and deny much. So all it's left for us to do is to perceive. You see what I'm saying? So I can't put when that's why I say, like, when I keep hearing Trae running the team, they letting Trae have too much power. They ain't give Nate enough power. This is what we know. We know from his past coaching regimes that this ain't the typical Nate McMillan coaching roster. He don't coach these kind of teams. This is not what he likes to coach. This is not his style of game. His style of game is defense with big forwards. That's his style of game. The front office was doing something different because you got Trae Young here, who's a small one guard, who's a playmaking guard, and he can score. So they trying to build around him. They're not trying to build around DeAndre Hunter, because in a typical sense for a a typical lineup for Nate McMillan, DeAndre Hunter would be the focal point of that team. I'm just saying his position and his abilities. So it's easy for people, like when we piecing these puzzles together, we look at Trae Young and we feel like, and people say, well, Trae Young don't like Nate McMillan. Trae Young and Nate McMillan don't like each other. But you got other people that's within the organization that have been around them saying the opposite. I can't go off of just what I feel. I got to go off what I know.
That goes to show. We didn't put this on the bulletin on the banner, but hell, might as well say it. Talk about it. The Golden State, they centered their team around not one individual, but technically three, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can agree with that.
Three. You can't I don't believe you can send a championship team around a 6'2", 6'3" guard, small guard. You can't. I mean, you can't. I don't think you can. Not the league is the teams that's winning are teams that are big and scoring. Big first, scoring second. Big for one, you can take away a whole part of the doing offense or defense. So, all right, we can't really stop them on the boards, so we just gonna do perimeter blocking, perimeter defense. Well, then that leaves open for the boards to just get took over. We're doing. We got to have somebody out there, though. We're going to get killed on the boards. We can't shoot out threes all day and, hope we win while they should just keep going up the court on fast breaks, smashing the boards. Nah, you can't. Which, therefore, leaves what? All you got to do is have some good perimeter shooters or mid-range shooters. Example, Milwaukee, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, mid-range shooters. Lights out. Big bodies, Bobby Portis, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. Mm-hmm. That enough said. Because you already know Golden State had big, sorry, can't shoot worth a damn Draymond Green. He is like I keep saying, the Dennis Rodman of today's generation. Yeah. I'm gonna do the dirty work.
He's a heel.
I'm gonna do dirty work. I can't use the word sorry though. I can't use that word.
No, he ain't sorry, but
he's that intimidator. He's that dude that's gonna get out there and he gonna take you out your game mentally.
Right. And then you got next to him, Draymond. You had a young Bulls. Not James Wiseman. Looney came up and had got some machismo about himself and said, I'm gonna provide some assistance. I'm big. I got shoulders like Dwight Howard. Draymond doing all the dirty work. They ain't gonna look for me. Right. Give me that rebound. He gonna be on your butt.
Pass it off.
So I mean, if the makeup isn't there, then it's player development, coaching scheme, as well as the coach for the right scheme. That means you have to bring in the right coach to have a right scheme.
Right.
For that, what you have. But first you gotta, I guess you gotta switch it around. Know the scheme you want to do, then go get the players for that scheme to make sure it's popping. Then execute. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's just like football. You're going build in, then out. In, then out.
And the rhythm needs to be they're going to play our game, not us play their game.
Mm-hmm. You should have kept with the same from Eastern Conference Finals, but you switched.
Right, because guess what? He knew that guy was out. I'm gonna run this because we already hot. So I'm gonna stick with it and see how far we can take it. Then next year, I'm gonna do my thing and see if we can get back there.
Well,
but you went away from what was working.
And that's why I got to give my take on who's to blame for the whole shortcomings, because I'm gonna use that timeline that you used, Denzel, and Warren just used. I'm gonna use that timeline. You had a formula when you went to the Eastern Conference Finals. You had a formula. You diverted from that formula because why? Was it because of Nate McMillan? I don't think so. Was it because of Trae Young? Absolutely not. Why would he want to divert from the formula that got them to an ECF? Don't make sense, right? So what happened in that timeline?
Front office.
What happened the year after they went to the Eastern Conference Finals? I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell y'all a little story. I'm riding in my car, and I'm hearing a lot of Tony Wrestler getting a lot of interviews on 92.9 The Game. Tony loved being on 92.9. He loved talking about the team. He loved talking about what his team was going and the vision he had for this team. And then you would also hear later on in the week, you would hear the GM at the time. Him with y'all know how I am when it comes to names.
Travis Slink.
Travis Slink. Then you hear a lot of Travis Slink on the radio. But something happened after the Eastern Conference Finals. The next season, I stopped hearing Tony Wrestler. And come to find out, his son, Nick Wrestler, has been appointed more responsibility with the team by Tony Wrestler.
Yep.
For those of y'all that don't know, Nick Wrestler is Tony Wrestler's son. Okay? Now, this is just me perceiving, because I don't know. So I'm that's why I feel Will where he come from with the Trae Young and Nate McMillan conversation. But this is just me perceiving. When you stop hearing Tony and you stop hearing Travis Slink a lot, those were the mouthpieces of this team. They were both very excited at the vision they shared for where this team was going. Then you stop hearing them. And then you start getting news reports. You start getting news bulletins about Nick Wrestler and what Nick Wrestler is doing. You don't hear Nick Wrestler. You just see his name on print. You don't hear him at all. And then you start getting buzz about his relationship with Trae Young. And then people start putting in. Then the team start having issues, consistency with winning games. It looks like chemistry is off between the players. Actually, chemistry between the players ain't never looked like a problem. It's always looked like chemistry with the players and the coaches. So then we started to perceive that Trae Young got too much power. Nate McMillan ain't got enough of it. Because why? Nick Wrestler and his finger that he keep putting on the dial. Nick Wrestler is poison for this team. I'm saying it just like this. Who's to blame for the whole shortcomings? It's Tony Wrestler. Because he gave Nick Wrestler the keys to the kingdom. And don't nobody like Nick Wrestler but Trae Young. And I'm just saying, I'm keeping that straight 100 like it is. Trae Young and Nick Wrestler made it a point to get close to Trae Young because he's the superstar. But Nick Wrestler got ill intent because Nick Wrestler want to see the team go where he wanted to go. Could this have worked with Nate McMillan? Possibly so. If you allow, like Will's saying, if you allow Nate McMillan to implement some of what he want to do with this team. If you let him implement a piece of himself into the team, maybe this would have worked. But because Nick Wrestler is an asshole, and and that's coming out my mouth. Nick Wrestler is an asshole, and he is the root of this whole problem with the Atlanta Hawks.
The root of evil.
And that's when I go to this. That's when I segue to Hip, and I'm gonna give it to Coach.
Well,
Is the Hawks season salvageable?
Oh, jeez. We're gonna see. I'm gonna say, if they continue on the same roadmap they're on now, you can't blame Nate for it. He's gone. Now then, he's gonna blame for it.
You already know who.
Who you gonna blame?
I know.
Who you gonna blame?
You know who they
They
gonna
gonna
blame.
blame it on Trae. Then they gonna blame it on Trae.
Yep. There it is.
So I'm gonna just go back a little bit what you guys have been talking about this whole little thing. The last something we was on. Nate has a shortcoming because of his philosophy. He didn't have the right to do his philosophy. However, think about the players. If you're a player in the NBA, any type of sports, and you're gonna give you 100% every time, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do when your ass ain't a 3-point shooter.
That is true. That is true. But however, the hustle, though, you got the hustle. If you are a player, if you do want to win, it showed that the team didn't want to win either because they didn't give it 100% every game.
No, they
Think
didn't.
about it. I don't care if you lose, give it 100% every time you out there. That's my take on it. That's me coming from a coach. I don't care if I lose. Give me 100% of your effort. That was some effort I did. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? You know,
shows how much they believe in.
Get ran over.
Right.
Run me over.
Right.
Do something. Get in front of stop it. Doesn't go by you. So the whole thing about the Hawks right now, man, it's like the whole team, the whole thing, everybody gave up. You can call Nate gave up. Yeah, he did to a degree. But the players did too.
Yeah.
I understand the coach is the spark plug, supposedly. But you as a man, you getting paid money. You get paid a lot of money. I want to show off for my family or somebody. I don't want to just like, yeah, he just gave up. No, man. And you see it in all the other sports. I'm not just blaming the Hawks. A lot of teams do the same thing. But, you know, this man, he's going to take the blame for it. He's going to take the full blame for this because, now, like I said, Trae going to get it next. They saw lose, keep losing. Trae going to be in the same boat.
They don't fight it there. He ain't got no choice.
Exactly. He's gone. He ain't coming back. But, you know, man, play basketball.
Look, I don't give a damn what nobody say. It's all Trae fault. All right, how was Matt Ryan fault? I don't give a fuck. We know for a fact that it's Trae fault. We can sit up here and talk about he got fired and they ain't fault. Everything is Trae's fault. That's the way the media see it. That's why these spoiled ass fans gonna see it. That's why most people are gonna see it. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this entire debacle is all of Tony Wrestler's fault. The end. If the owner or the leader don't have his fucking head on straight, nothing is going to get done. If the dad ain't in the home setting ground rules and saying, baby, this is not what we gonna do, guess what? Most of the time, that household gonna go straight. What?
The kids
we know.
Run them up.
Yeah.
I got a question.
We're gonna run them up. Papa set the ground rules that mama can't do. I ain't saying mama's a weak, but it's certain things you can look at your dad and he ain't even gotta say nothing. He ain't even gotta say, he just give you a look and you know it ain't. Bro, we ain't doing this. So like the leader have to have their head on straight. They have to have a plan. If they don't have a plan, everything is gonna go straight.
Yeah, that too. You're right. But I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that's another question? Do y'all think Nate really wanted DJ?
No.
Think about that.
Probably not.
No.
Could that have been a turning point also?
Yep. It could have been the straw that broke the camel back was them last 2 games.
Yeah.
That was the straw that broke the camel back. But that was the icing on the cake.
Yeah. That's that sandbox mentality. It's like, okay, well, you ain't gonna allow me to coach the way I need to coach, and you're not gonna give me the players that I need to actually do what I want to do on this team. All right, the hell with it then. Whatever happened.
Yeah. Well, y'all remember DeJounte Murray when he first came in here, he said, "Don't invite me to no parties and nothing like that. I ain't trying to come party. I want to win." Mm-hmm. You got everybody know you got to build that mentality outside of job, outside of work too. You gotta have that. Hey,
yeah,
we cool. You know what I'm saying? We hanging. You know, you ain't gotta be friends with everybody, but you gotta build that mentality where you want to learn. You want to get to know the play your teammate. You feel what I'm saying? And that statement he made then when he first did that, I don't know. Maybe it was something. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
All right, well, y'all know my brother. Me and my brother, we some controversial ass motherfuckers.
Understatement.
So,
let's have it.
My brother got some controversy for y'all.
Oh,
y'all want to hear it go?
Bring it.
I'll just let y'all read it. I'm just let y'all. Everybody read that? Everybody read that?
Wow.
Read it. Now, you kind of worded it not quite like I said it.
Well, then your ass should have typed it in there.
Motherfucker, listen. What grandma say? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you.
I love my grandma.
Hey, shout out to grandma. But should Trae Young be traded? And I was catching. I was about to get into it earlier. Why should Trae Young be traded after the next season? If, matter of fact, I'm gonna add on one. A little bit of verbiage to that. Should Trae Young be traded, or will Trae Young request a trade if it doesn't work out after the next full season with the new coach? Keyword, next full season with the new coach. If it doesn't work out, should he be traded, or will he request a trade?
That's a trick question.
I got an answer for that.
Go ahead, Coach.
Think about this. Whoever they bring in, I guarantee Trae want him here. Think about it. He's going to have full word in who comes in coach.
Nope.
Watch.
Landry Fields already came on and said he has no.
Let me line his ass off. He just got there. Let him line his ass off.
That's the answer that goddamn wrestler kid. Simple as that. It's whoever the young Nick wrestler wanted here. Landry Fields goes, okay, daddy. That's what's going to happen.
Y'all seen that boy Trae Young with that Steve Nash jersey on?
Ain't nobody want Steve Nash. He can take that shit on somewhere. Nobody want him.
He COVID superstars. Why the hell we want him here?
Let me say.
Kyrie and James.
Let me say this shit. Let me say this shit. This is the stuff that I got a major problem with this shit right here. Like, why is it that? Why? Like, my thing is, it's. Let me try to put this in the nicest way I possibly can.
No, do it.
Shit go wrong.
Don't do that.
You ain't gotta be nice.
Don't do
Show
that.
your ass.
No. Let me say.
Hell no.
Why is it every fucking time some shit go wrong, we start looking at one particular person to get rid of?
Yeah, that's why I say it won't happen.
That's a fucking problem,
most
people.
of the time, like that.
That's bullshit, Smiley. Stop it. Because if everything is going wrong, we got this sensitive ass motherfucker who can't even post up a fucking point guard, and you sit up here talking about trading Trae Young.
No, not just trading.
You see that shit? This is what we talking about. We got DeAndre Hunter who can't shoot a damn three consistently. His defense has been up and down. Bogey is hopping on one goddamn leg like he goddamn Zach Gallo from the WWE. Man, we need to sit up here and trade Trae Young.
Why wouldn't he request a trade with all the shit you just said?
Why wouldn't he?
This shit show.
I got an answer for that. I got an answer for that. Because you remember this guy named Kobe Bryant?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what happened when he said it's me or you? He did that to a great. He did that to a great because Trae Young got all the power. It's not guaranteed if you get traded, you're gonna have power. Let's say on the next team. Because he got all the power, bro.
He got all the power.
Power means everything.
Question is, going back to what I said earlier.
Don't dance. Hey, don't put on them tap shoes. Don't put on them tap shoes, man. Come on, bro.
No. It's gonna correlate. Can a championship team win with a 6'2", 6'3" guard as they only superstar?
He's 6 foot.
No, not only. He got to have at least one more.
All right, then. Where we gonna get that at?
DeJounte's supposed to be there.
No, he ain't.
I mean, what are we talking about? We literally saw that in the damn. Bro, what are we talking about? We literally just brought on Popovich. We literally just said San Antonio. To the best of my knowledge, I think Tony Parker about 6 feet tall. He ain't that damn big.
It wasn't centered around Tony Parker.
How many they got 4 championships? Come on, dog. Don't. Hey, I said don't put on the tap shoe. Put on the dash shoe. Put on the dash shoe. Don't put on the dash shoe.
Tim Duncan and David Robinson was those centerpieces. Do we have a big man that is our centerpiece of our team?
You can't win with them. You said you can't win with them.
Yo,
one person gonna win the championship, dog.
He changed the back end.
Who will we get?
I was finna say something about that. He changed the back end. He said,
I think what Denzel mean to say is with him being the centerpiece, the center point of the team, with the team being built around him.
Exactly.
I think that's what he mean to say.
He can't be the only piece that's getting built around.
Let me straighten something up, though. Let me straighten something up. That team was built for Timmy D, but that team didn't move if it wasn't for Tony Parker.
He was the playmaker.
All right,
he was the playmaker.
Who did you say first? You put Tony in there. I
don't think he.
Tim was the first piece.
There's a disconnect right here. Let me say it again.
If we trade Trae Young, we gonna be garbage. Let's be real about that.
I didn't say we weren't gonna be garbage.
You didn't say that though.
Did I say we weren't?
This is just a controversial. I understand what he was saying, but man, if Trae goes, the team goes too. So you're gonna have this that damn new
rebuilding.
State Farm Arena have 5 people.
That thing gone, bro. This whole thing gone.
They gonna go back.
This whole thing going down straight.
They used to come up to your school, give away tickets, come to the game because they ain't have nobody come to the game.
Bro, literally outside of the Knicks,
yeah.
On a Tuesday night, that damn stadium be packed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the Knicks and the Hawks is the only 2 teams in this league, even with the Milwaukee Bucks being championship winners, the Golden State Warriors being who they are, the dynasty they have become, and with the Los Angeles Lakers being the history that they got of a fan base. We the only 2 cities, New York and Atlanta, they're on a Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. That thing is packed.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I just want y'all to take the emotion out of it and look at it in the business aspect. If I am Trae Young, and this is the after the slash, should we trade Trae Young / will he request a trade? Look, I'm me. For one, we all can say, everybody can conclude Trae is a me player. Right now, he's giving me player attitude. He says it. So. He literally said it after one of the games. DJ was like, look, we wasn't good enough. Blah, blah, take accountability. Trae said, I did my part.
He probably did.
That right there. But see that right there is out of frustration because Trae ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus.
Nah, that's what I said. He's a me player.
Yeah. That's that. I'm gonna say I did it, but y'all know who didn't do it. That's what he said. He said it without saying it.
If we
on,
gonna point that out when he
get
just said
on
that,
that,
when he said that, Denzel, then we're gonna also point out when Trae Young say, "Hey man, I need to get better. I need to do this better. I need to shoot better."
He said that plenty of times.
When he be messing up and he don't even bring a team involved. He's like, "Hey man, I need to do better. I'm the leader. I need to make these shots at the end of the game." He ain't said that plenty of times. There, so if we're gonna point out the other, we're gonna point out the good too.
Okay, good point. Good point. All right,
let Ant get in here, Denzel. Let Ant get in on that.
Look, all I'm gonna say is I'd rather just blow the whole shit up. Don't just trade one player.
Oh, that was gonna happen.
Or don't just have him request for a trade. Everybody's gone. I'm not just gonna trade away one player that like everybody's saying.
Shit, I am. That motherfucker Carlton got to go. Goddamn, that little fucking sweet sugar got to go.
I'm blowing the whole shit up. I don't care what anybody say. I'm blowing the whole shit up. I'm not just trading one player because of the longevity that this shit has not worked.
Mm-hmm. But y'all got to also, if that was to happen, you fall in what the media wants anyway. You fall into the trap of what everybody on the outside of Atlanta
they won't trade. They won't trade.
They know he's a superstar. Mm-hmm. He cannot be that superstar in Atlanta because they won't give Atlanta that respect for him to be that superstar.
Yep.
Nope.
Trae goes to any other team. I guarantee you, if Trae gets touched by anybody, foul. I can guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
And trust,
be after Trae.
And trust, they'll put him on a team that specifically has to face the Hawks, just so they can say, just so they can say, y'all dummies, y'all let him go. This is why y'all sorry.
That'd be the narrative.
My question is, it ain't if he should be traded or when, it's who we need to put on the team that's gonna help get them over the hump.
But hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You trade Trae, you talk about some first round picks coming your way.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
You gonna have a lot.
You gonna have to give up your backyard for him.
That ain't gonna be that's gonna be cheap. That ain't gonna be cheap.
You're gonna have to sell the farm for him.
You got to sell him.
Yeah.
All that is automatic. If the superstar goes, best believe players have already been gone before he has left. If not, shortly after, he's gone. It just DeAndre gone. John probably the first one out the door.
Maybe not. You know what? I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you why. He won't leave. Now the focus point. When John was, think about this. When Trae wasn't there the year before Trae got there, John was a solid player, right? He was pretty solid. Mm-hmm. So he was riding high. Trae got there. That superstar status of John Collins went down.
Mm-hmm.
John's a solid. You know what? He can be better.
Oh my man!
Like I said, he's been paid. These players got paid, man. These guys, DeAndre Hunter, they paid his ass too.
She never got that, but go ahead.
But you know, it's that superstar effect. You know how it is when you play basketball as a kid. The one person on the court that would show out, everybody would fall back because they knew he would score. They knew he would do something. They knew he would make a play. When you are forced into having to be a playmaker, you got to perform. That 9 times out of 10 ups your game. When you see somebody else that the team is really leaning on, you take a step back because you figure he got it. You don't play as hard. There's very few people on a team, maybe you're one or you're two, that'll play as hard as the star. Everybody else fall back because they know the spotlight on him. So if he don't make it, they're going to blame him. That's just like before DeAndre got there, when John had to step up, when the pressure was on John, he was either making the plays or he was screwing up. Either or. When DeJounte got there, for a while, John stepped back. He took his freedom, but he stepped back because it ain't no pressure.
You know something? This It's not on Tony Wrestler. It's not on the general manager that when a player gets paid, they diminish in their play. Mm-hmm. They digress. It's not on them. I feel you, Dizel, when you say they shouldn't have got paid. Somebody was gonna pay them because they played their way into those contracts. After the fact, it's not the team's fault. It's not the front office fault that they start playing like shit. Yeah, it's not their fault. It's on the players. When John Collins was coming out of Wake Forest, whose radar was he on?
Was it Denver and what's going?
Nobody.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
He was on everybody.
The Nets have wanted John Collins ever since he was at Wake Forest. They wanted John Collins. The Denver Nuggets, they wanted John Collins. Mm-hmm. So he was on people's radar. Somebody was going to pay him. That's what I'm saying. Like, when they play themselves into a contract, we can't always get on the front office that, why did you give him that money? Who was you? What you was going to do? Go start over with somebody else at that position and see if they deserve to get paid?
No, but you know what I would have did, though, Black Bear? I would have put more incentives in these contracts.
That ain't the NBA,
they give a player something.
Yeah, you can't do that in the NBA.
They ain't the NBA. That's only in baseball and in football, bro. NBA, you gonna get that money, or you ain't gonna get no money.
The NBA, they still
get or not get. That's it. They don't have incentives like that, man.
They don't do that in the NBA.
It's a number. You got a number. You got a what they call it. You got a levels of money. You got levels of playtime, or whatever you want to call it. But they paying levels.
The tiers, man. The different tiers. Yeah.
Tiers. Yeah, that's what I mean. Tiers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's part of the guarantee contract.
We got. I hate to say it. We got John Collins for kind of cheap though, guys. Y'all got to think about it.
Yeah,
he probably got more money.
Yeah, he wanted north of 160 million.
Yeah,
that what he wanted.
125. He would have went to probably to the Nets, like you said, or Denver. He would have got that money.
The trade would have happened. The trade would have happened with Harrison Barnes. If it wasn't for whoever was in the office, Travis Slink, Nick Wrestler, whichever one of them, Tony, I don't know, somebody messed that up.
But once Travis started going to that presidential role, this team died down too, guys.
Yeah, but you see what I mean by that? That's where the disconnect come from. If you look at that timeline from the Eastern Conference Finals to now.
That's a big difference.
What was the major change?
Yeah.
Nick Wrestler.
I think he's the one who promoted the man up there.
Yeah, he's the one promoted Landry Fields because Tony Wrestler gave him the power to do so. Can somebody please explain to me what's Nick Wrestler's? What is his title? If you can tell me his title for this team, I'll come shake your hand. I turn this stream off. I'll come shake your hand.
Everything.
And say,
Daddy, son.
That's a good ass question. Yeah.
His title is simply Attaboy. That's it.
There you go.
Attaboy. Because that's about all he done. Attaboy.
There you go. And D. Coleman, Nick Shane McMahon Wrestler.
What are you doing?
He's standing up.
He's everyone and no one.
Hey, I'm finna put Mike ass on the spot. We're gonna go a little off subject. I'm finna put your ass on the spot, Mike. Mm-hmm. When we gonna get that wrestling channel, boy?
Oh, goddamn.
Dragging your damn ass, boy.
See, what happened was, it's coming. I promise you, man. God damn it. I got one more project to finish. I promise you it's coming though. It won't be in no 2024. I can promise you that.
We definitely looking forward forward to it, man. But hey, we're gonna transition y'all into a little Falcon talk before we start closing this thing out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Parker Hesse, and Liam McCullough resigned. They came to the office. They came to Flower Branch, and they had smiles on their faces when they left because they got resigned. What you think about them resignings, Coach?
I had a feeling Hesse's gonna be, like I said, I think they're gonna be our fullback next year, maybe. But Liam, he's the long snapper, right?
Long snapper.
Yeah. So we got to have one.
Yeah.
So both of them, I think both of them were free agents. So I guess they like Liam better than they like the other kid, the Bo kid, because the Bo kid was hurt last year after we signed him.
Yeah.
So
He kept getting hurt too.
Yeah. So
like every week you'll think he was ready, and he'll back on the damn injury reserve.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what the hell, bro? What's going on with you, bro?
So that means we're not gonna be looking for a long snap in the draft. So that's a good thing. Somebody mentioned it. I'm just saying, but Parker Hesse, like I said, I think that's gonna be our fullback next year. I think, but who knows? So
what it's looking
we
like.
did a lot of stuff with the fullback did last year. Anyway, you see him in the backfield leading blocks. So I'm just going on that limb right there.
And he can get out there in passing routes.
Exactly. So
he can catch the ball.
Just like DeMarco did. He got a lot of pass catches. So and the kid was just like DeMarco with him a little bit last year. So
that's the tipping point. They trust him more with the passing game than they do Smith.
Yeah. But Smith makes too much money. Smith is like a $4 million guy. You got to let that money go.
Yeah, his ass gone.
He gone.
Let that money go.
It's like I've been saying all them other shows ago. Terry Fontenot and them are going through the roster on every level, seeing where they can cut, who they can save, so we don't have to go and spend a lot of money in free agency if we have to. You're working it from the inside out. Because I believe, and I said this to Ant, we're going to be beasts in this draft.
Yes.
And Mike posted it in the group talk message. It's starting. It's starting because you got to think about it. Look at what's going on in the NFL with these quarterback contracts, man. You got these quarterbacks, they're going to be starting to think they're going to get close to $500 million, and it's not going to happen. So building this team is going to take making sure you get everything you squeeze, everything you can out of the inside of this team before you even look at free agency. Because you're not trying to go into the draft and take all your capital away. These boys trying to build a team, not a couple of players and then everybody else. They trying to build a team.
Because while there are holes, and there are plenty of them, there are pieces on this team that makes this team go. And Parker Hesse, he played his role.
He did.
He was reliable. I think what's the best ability, y'all?
Availability.
And when when a guy is available and he's also reliable, he ain't got this, jump off the screen at you. But that's what this team is being built upon. Guys that you gonna have to turn on that tape and really see the impact that they play. That's why we can say guys like Abdullah Anderson was doing his damn job.
The butcher.
Because no, he ain't got big sack numbers. No, he ain't get a lot of solo tackles. But what he did, what Abdullah Anderson did, he plugged that goddamn middle up. He plugged it up.
Lord,
yes, him did. Yes, him did.
You ain't pushing Abdullah Anderson off his spot.
So like a bad sewer pipe, ain't nothing getting through there.
That Parker Hesse signing, it don't surprise me not one bit, especially with us knowing that Keith Smith was on his way, is on his way out the door.
And it's less than $1 million. So that's
he's gonna right. It's not costing you much, and he's gonna do his job. You can rely on him to do his job.
He's a huge asset to our tackles. That's another thing too.
Exactly.
He's the guy that gets them on the edge. Like teams are forced to go inside to handle, to go play one-on-one with guys like Chris Lindstrom. So that's what Parker Hesse do. You can't send a lot of corner blitzes because Parker Hesse is a great blocker, and like what blockers we see, he's like an extra tight. He's like an extra tackle because he can play. He can be physical. You can put him on the edge. He's good in the run game, good in the pass game. As I said, you ain't got to pay him much money. Those are the underrated moves. Like you see, Bill Belichick did it. He do that same type of stuff every year. They always had that one guy that they have. He was a great blocker, and you just put him in, and he can play well. So it's like I love the move. It's an underrated move, and nobody cares about a Parker Hesse until you need a Parker Hesse.
Right. D. Coleman asked if they let Pinion go, would you go after Matt Ariza?
Nah, hell no.
Is he clear now?
Was he not? Oh, what was going on with Matt Ariza? I don't know what was going on with him. What was going on with him?
Didn't he get kicked out of the team because he did something, mess with somebody else? So
he was supposed to be a part of a issue that was going on at school where they gang raped a college student.
Hell no.
The answer is no, D. Coleman.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
D. Coleman, I don't care if the charges dropped or not. Hell no. No.
That like I said before, the Falcons are definitely not trying to be stuck with no kind of scandals, bro. They trying to stay as clean as possible.
Because you know what? Even though he might be innocent, he got some skin in the game. He got some skin in the game. Your name ain't brought up for no damn reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. They're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
You want to know why my name can't be brought up in some shit? Because I'm right here at home, or I'm in a truck.
Right.
Nowhere near the situation.
Not a nail.
But
we are not the meme machine.
Now, David Montgomery is a free agent. Is he a possible free agent signing? Now, Spotrac says Spotrac projects him to get a 3-year, $21 million contract, which would be about $7 million a year.
Goodness gracious.
That's more than Canaro.
Yeah.
Is he a possible free agent signing in your opinion?
Not for that much. But it's possible. He has that Chicago connection. So yeah, that's a possibility.
They need to stop with all that Chicago connection.
Well, Pace and Ragone, they drafted Dave Montgomery.
Exactly. That's what I said. It's possible.
What could they work? What could they work him down to that would be feasible? That's the question.
Well, Spotrac, that's just what Spotrac projects him to get. That ain't definite. That ain't nothing set in stone. He could get a $4 million a year contract. Now he hasn't ran for less than 800 yards in a season.
Okay.
His best season being about 1,070 yards. His best season. Okay. But he hasn't rushed for less than 800. Now he's a
let me ask you this.
He's 5'11", 224 pounds. He fits this scheme.
And let's not forget, he's a converted wide receiver.
Yeah. That's who that is.
But yeah, the question being, okay, based on the figures that you had on there, what would you take him? What would you take him for?
That's Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery. My bad.
Green Bay guy. Yeah.
My bad.
So Blackberry, based on the figures you gave us, what would you take him for? What would you believe that would be reasonable for?
I got the great point for it.
3 years, 5 a year.
Or making the center base. I'm gonna give you $3 million, right?
He gonna have to.
I'm gonna give you $3 million. You give me 1,000 yards, I give you an extra 2. That's what I would do. If you only get 500 yards, I give you another $1
But wasn't that starting running back? Who? Because he took Tariq Cohen.
Cohen got hurt though. That's what happened there.
Yeah, he got hurt.
So you think because he did, David Montgomery did good this year. So you think he going?
They already got a running back. His name Justin Fields. He his ass gone.
He got more yards than he did.
Shoot. I see what you did there, Mike.
I'm going to have more than you. I can run better.
We eye to eye on that, Mike.
I get the ball first. I don't got to give you shit.
Now, would you put him in a position that Caleb Huntley had, or would you wait for him to heal up?
He has to be a scat back.
Yeah. Huntley got an injury that I would not trust bringing him back off of.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling about that.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, them knees, bro,
and them ankles,
and them for a running back, them knees and them ankles, bro.
Don't play with it.
Trust me.
I think. See this, and I love Adrian Peterson to death, man. But this is why he fucked up the mindset of a lot of damn running backs. The dude is the bionic man, and he got everybody else thinking they is bionic man too.
I was gonna say something. I ain't gonna say.
Yeah.
How long was it
to be the kid's ass? That's why Adrian was hurt.
How long did it take him to come back?
I wasn't gonna say that, but I had to say it. I got time to be the ass there. I'm at home.
God damn it, coach.
Hey, you know what though? Do y'all actually think that Falcons will pick up another running back? We got a guy sitting on that practice squad, guy.
Right.
They use their practice squad as a development thing, man.
I need to listen to coach.
Yeah.
You know, that kid's still there.
Yeah.
You talking about BJ?
Yeah.
Yes. BJ Baylor.
I'm gonna say this. Depending on if they make a move in free agency on the defensive side of the ball, whether it's whoever, if they bring in somebody off free agency that's one of these leading candidates to come to the Falcons in free agency on the defensive side of the ball, whatever name anybody want to pick, if they don't go after either one of those guys, and they build from within and in the draft on the defensive side of the ball, David Montgomery might have his ass in a Falcon uniform before training camp.
Good possibility.
Somebody somebody gonna pick that man up, because David Montgomery is solid. He is solid. The dude stay on the field. He don't get hurt. He every down back, and he fits perfectly into what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It just give Riddle some more weapons.
But if he's continued an off the field relationship with either Pace or Ragon, I don't know why I won't call that man Ragu.
Ragu.
But if he's maintained the off the field relationship with those guys, I do see him being in Atlanta Falcon. If we don't shop elsewhere in the free agents.
Well, I can say it like this: based on pay attention to who they let go next couple days, couple weeks, and see, and that'll kind of give you an inkling of how Terry may try to work them numbers. Because trust me, just because they ain't said it, don't think they ain't like, yeah, Caleb, you did good, but bro, yeah, we can't have too many more of these right here. Especially we do a playoff run. We gonna need our bruisers up front.
We don't need no ifs, ands, or buts. We
Dre
don't know
Murphy.
if ands or
Right.
buts.
We need y'all to terrorize defenses.
Exactly. When I can go pick up Broderick Jones, that's gonna be first round draft pick.
Hey, Dre Murphy, that $40 million in one comment.
Man, these motherfuckers can't count, man. Blackberry, don't waste your damn time. These motherfuckers can't count.
Yeah, don't do
No.
That's
No,
40 in one comment, bro.
No.
I don't know who you gonna resign.
The water boy. You got enough money to re-sign the water boy and the concession stand in person.
Don't be going down there.
$3 burgers, baby. Let's go.
These motherfuckers shopping with Monopoly money out here, boy. These Falcon fans shopping with Monopoly, man. They ain't no real money.
Hey, and Denzel, you only gonna be able to re-sign him for 3 months. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have to supply, please. Supply. The demand is high. Supply. I don't give a damn about no damn money. Bring the burgers and the hot dogs in. We need supply.
You sign. Let me tell you something. You sign them two, you gonna have fans trying out for the team. There ain't gonna be no money left.
Why? Well, you gonna have one of our cousins out there with the overtop. Hey, I got you.
Hey, I will say this though. In a Madden world, where you do sign these two guys, in a Madden world, and you do nothing else besides build within and in the draft, because we know they can go get the talent. We the proof is in the pudding. They can go deep in the draft and go hell even in the undrafted. They can go in the undrafted pool, and they can pull guys out that can make a difference. These two guys right here, they gonna shut that shit down.
It'd be a problem.
Like you said, one of the
in Gangu, that's a mother.
When he's focused, he's a hell of a player.
That dude
monster
wrecker.
Because we already know who ain't gonna be available.
That's a monster.
Ron Payne's not gonna be available.
And Rankins ain't going. And you think you finna push his big ass? You finna move that big son of a bitch.
They'll pretty much just stand. They be like, look, when they hike the ball, you just stand there. You don't move, just stand there. Don't move left or right, just stand there. Let everybody else do what they gonna do.
Yeah, them dudes is a record, man. But y'all get y'all questions in, man. We're gonna start closing this thing on out.
I'm gonna add on the question. I'm gonna add on the question. Trading up in the first round.
Oh God! Boy, you always got start some shit. God damn, he's starting shit.
Up or back? Up? Okay.
Yeah.
Motherfucker said, man.
But wait, there's more.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
I knew you was a car salesman. I knew you was a car salesman.
Sam, motherfuckers, let's go. You don't want the Honda Accord, you want the Maserati. Hey, number 4 spot, Jalen Carter. If he's there past 3, you get somebody else to go number 1. Maybe more than likely Will Anderson. It's between him and Jalen Carter, actually, number 1 person. Unless Chicago move back. If they don't move back, then one of the two. Then you're going to have a quarterback. Then you're probably going to have, probably another quarterback.
That draft based on what we've seen so far, that draft going to be the top 4 spots going to be quarterback heavy.
Yes.
They're going to be quarterback heavy.
So goes to show, would you mind us moving up a couple spots to get that one mother badass on the line?
I'm okay. I'm asking.
Next to Grace Jerry.
You said up to number 4, right?
Number 4. It ain't gonna be number 3. 4 is the top. Now you can go number 5, but 4 is the top.
That's Indianapolis. Okay. What are you trading?
You don't have to trade number 8.
What and who are you trading? Because there's a what and a who in there.
Yep.
Who is a good question, because do we really have? I mean, you probably give up one of the 1-year contract free agents that we gonna have abundance in.
Well, in that case, they would have got those 1-year guys. So they ain't gonna want no 1-year guy who got a free agent. They gonna want somebody who has some value.
Stop.
Yeah.
So who and what, Denzel?
I mean, it probably wouldn't be a who. I can't think about it right now.
It's definitely gonna be a who. You ain't gonna just trade picks for picks and for up to a number 4 spot.
They're going to get somebody on the team. Trust me. For the Falcons, they're going to get somebody on the team they know we need on purpose.
You gonna trade that number 8 spot, and you gonna trade somebody, and you might trade
you're gonna lose your second too.
Yeah,
you're gonna trade a second rounder.
Shit, we
got 2 second round picks.
But who?
I can't think about it right now at the top.
Then my answer to you is hell no.
Hell no.
Here's why.
No.
Here's why. Okay. Say you, and I know Mike had this scenario a couple shows back. Say you get him, right? And we've given away certain spots or whoever on the team, and he get hurt.
Yeah, he get hurt.
You ain't plugged enough holes on that defense, or that you ain't plugged enough holes on the defense, and you ain't took care enough of that on the O line to have a competitive team. You still got that 7-10 squad. See. And this is the reason why I was saying we may end up either we're gonna be at 8, we're gonna stranglehold that bad boy and possibly trade out. Because what you want to do is you want to be able, with the money we got, you want to be able to take care of multitude of things without paying a lot of money. You want to be able to fill spots and build depth versus getting that one key player, because we don't have our roster set up to where we could just say, okay, we can trade up and get that one player and we good. If we get him, we're going to sacrifice some stuff. And then, like I said, if he get hurt and he's a linchpin in the defense, then that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. So it was just a question.
Yeah, no. I get it. It's it's hypotheticals and everything, but that's because I know. See, you hypothetical and you know it, but when you try to tell these fans that, they not. It's like talking to wet concrete.
What you mean we getting traded up to the first pick?
Jalen Carter. Y'all hating on him. He ain't good enough. Hating on Jalen Carter. How you hating on Jalen Carter for?
What you mean he gonna get hurt when he get there? He's Superman.
Jalen Carter, the best shit since sliced bread. Why y'all hating on? Y'all better trade up to get him. You better.
See, because what people don't realize is, in the last 2.5 weeks, it's been a quarterback upheaval because everybody dumping their quarterbacks off. Everybody having they having a quarterback yard sale. Just everything must go. So now a lot of the defensive players that we thought probably gonna be at the top, I would say, unless Chicago stick where they're gonna stick, a lot of them quarterbacks gonna push a lot of these defensive players down. That's why number 8 is going to end up being like it was with number 4 for us. People going to be looking at us like, well, what can we give y'all for number 8?
Mm-hmm.
Because and I hate to say this because Mike is on here, but you already know they're going to hype up Stetson Bennett. So he going to be in the top.
I'm about to smack you. We don't mean some people.
He's a winner. He's a winner.
But yeah, that's I mean, it's nauseating as it sounds. He's won 2 championships, so they're gonna hype him up. So them first 5.
It's not nauseating one. It's not nauseating at all.
Stetson
Bennett is a winner. He's a
winner.
You mean you praise that? You replace all that shit with the CRACK, and the rest of you already know. That's what it is.
It's the first 5 to 6 slots, man. It probably gonna be quarterback centric. You might not see defensive.
I don't think it's gonna be. They ain't gonna be that deep in the quarterback.
I see at least.
You see about what? We see about 4 spots.
3 to 4.
3 to 4.
You gonna have
in the top.
Okay, I can see that.
Yes, you have Bryce Young,
CJ Stroud. Somebody gonna take a.
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Maybe those 3. I don't see nobody else.
No, I don't think
y'all better watch Anthony Richardson. That sucker's moving up some kind of way.
The combine is going to determine who stay up there too. See, this will we also know too. You could have a bad combine in. No, they're gonna do like this.
I think this is gonna be the change. This is gonna change the whole draft. The first offensive tackle to go, that's gonna change the whole start of the draft.
Yep.
You're right. You might be right.
Because you take it. A lot of teams need offensive linemen, man. That's important. So the first one that get drafted, if you got a team that end up moving up or taking a chance, like I'm gonna be real. If the Bears decide that they like want to pass on Jalen or Will and say, bro, let me just do what I can do to build some, a crew of people around Justin Fields. They might just say that and take a tackle, and that'll change the whole draft, bro.
They need offensive lineman, boy. They need offensive lineman with the worst.
Bad. Yeah, bad.
Man, them bad boys is null and void.
Mm-hmm.
So then what you're trying to say is you'll have a bunch of teams trying to get them defensive players and offensive line.
Right, it's going to be hell on earth. Look, they're going to be trying to trade their grandma and their cousin. I'm telling you. Watch. Everybody's going to be in on them trades.
A haul on cornerbacks and defensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's then that's going that'll still benefit us because we had number 8. The first 7 spots. I just believe we're gonna stranglehold the draft. Period.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know where we're gonna stranglehold?
Swag so mean, so you know they steady jocking. Every time we do it, man.
We got a stranglehold on YouTube.
Ooh.
That was smooth right now.
I like that.
That was smooth.
Yes, sir. Blackberry just gut punched somebody.
Guts.
We got a stranglehold on YouTube.
I like what you did there,
Better
Blackberry.
believe it.
You heard it here first.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you drop the mic.
That's a wrap.
Baby.
Hey. Big
We're trying to get them lights for the
Give it to him, Big A.
Hey, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Just look up Big Ant. That's all you gotta do. And also, appreciate everybody coming, supporting us and stuff.
Denzel?
Oh, read it and weep, suckers. IG,
Suck out.
speak true you. All right, partner.
I cannot.
Mother got a problem, bro.
It's different personas. I swear. It just hop around. What you want to do today? I shoot you.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I'll be a gangbanger tomorrow.
Hey, just don't be Eric Holder. We good.
Oh my God.
Nah.
He did.
Nah.
What?
I'd rather be 6'9" than him. I'll be.
Oh my Lord.
Woo, boy.
Remind him, Mike. Remind him where to get you at, bro.
Mad Mike Sports on Instagram, Twitter, Michael Anthony Linton on Facebook, man. I'm more than open. It might take me a while to kind of answer your questions, but y'all can holler at me anytime, man. These panel guys up here, we easily accessible. You're not going to get this anywhere else. I can promise you that. You come on the show, you can hit us in the inbox and, holler at us, throw some news at us, and see what we think. Man, we got everything, man. Like I said, man, we are a man of the people. All right, we men and women of the people. We represent y'all. We got to do everything for y'all. We try to do everything to make y'all proud, man. So, Mad Mike Sports on IG, Twitter, pretty much everywhere, man. Mad Mike Sports.
Big Will, you still there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
You ain't fall asleep on the did you, Big Will?
No, man. Just listen, man.
That's a Southside dude. That boy always chill.
Yo, he's so goddamn cool. He's cooler than the cool side of the bed, boy. I swear, boy. Hey.
I got to get that camera situation up so I can be on the screen like y'all, boy. Trying to just hold my phone in my hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You got some plugs for him?
Hey man, it's still just Will the Georgia Reaper on YouTube, and y'all catch me on here with D-Boy, man.
Will the Georgia Reaper.
Many shows I can get to, I be on with D-Boy.
Yeah, Will the Georgia Reaper. Y'all go to a channel. Will the Georgia Reaper. Y'all go to a channel now. Y'all start subscribing now, cause when he get to work, y'all gonna be able to say y'all was
head over my channel. I'll have it for y'all. I'll have it for you. Just head over to my channel.
Still learning the game. I'm gonna get it on up and start my own little screaming stuff. Get right.
Yes, sir. Warren, hit him with it.
Yo. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in, man. This is the Rex Pit. This is what we do every Thursday at 8:05. Make sure you check out my brother. Also, make sure you check out Coach Unchained and Mad Mike Sports. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, go check out my brother Will. Hey, we family, but look, you guys can catch me on Twitter at The Therapist ATL, IG, and TikTok, Elegance Wellness and Massage. Hey, your health is your wealth. And remember, we the villains.
Yes, sir.
That's coming from the super villain.
That's coming from the super villain.
The super villain.
Get it to him, Coach.
Hey, man, you can find me on YouTube at Coach Unchained, Twitter and Instagram, Coach Unchained. Email me at Coach Unchained at Hotmail and also at yahoo.com. So, hey, thanks for letting me on today, man. Came a little late, but hey, I had a good time.
Always a good time, bro.
Always, man.
Especially when we got the coaches in the building. Y'all know what time it is. But hey, y'all know what it is with me. It's right down there at the bottom of the screen. Y'all subscribe to the channel if you ain't done so already. That's Blackberry Lorex. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K. You can catch me on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. I do a little gaming. I do a little something. I don't do a lot of gaming, but when I do, I whoops ass. I'm just letting y'all know that. Okay. I don't do a lot of that, but when I do, I will say my brother right there, he'll tell you he don't even want to smoke no more. He don't even say listen. This you can make that face all you want, but you know good and damn well.
Yeah, he whooping your ass.
You know good and damn well, Bob.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Denzel done gave you that Nate. He gave you the Coach Nate look. What?
I ain't gonna call no timeout. This ain't gonna call no timeout.
Hey, I done stood in that same living room right there, his ass in there, and done whooped the whole household ass. I done whooped everybody in their ass.
You never said one game. I would have said, yeah, you're right, but you didn't say which game. I done whooped the same motherfucker's ass you whooped. Don't forget that.
Did you get his ass?
Look, I have my good nights and I have my bad nights. But one thing you ain't gonna catch me on.
Drop the name on what we talking about. NFL, NBA, what y'all talking
Madden.
about?
Oh boy.
Madden.
I ain't played 2K in a long time, but I'm pretty sure just give me a couple practices, I'll whoop that ass in that too. I'm just skilled like that, okay?
It's all right.
I'm just skilled like that.
I ain't played Call of Duty and Mortal Kombat in a long time. I bet nobody gonna touch me.
I don't know now. That Mortal Kombat, I get Scorpion. I'm like a goddamn top. Hey, I'm the goddamn Swiss Army knife over here.
I shot before.
Hey,
Now, we ain't gonna
My
talk
man
about
is my man is Noob Saibot. I'm throwing 8 people at you. I'm throwing 8 people at you.
I don't play.
Yeah, when I was playing Luke Kane, I was with the mask with Luke Kane, boy.
Hey, but on that WWE though, I just need one move. I just need one.
Like everybody.
That's that damn
He knocked out.
I'm gonna down the shit out your ass.
You just knocked my fucking out.
Right.
Knock him out.
I ain't gonna pin him, just knock you out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They're gonna knock you out.
Square. I'm gonna square the hell out your ass. All goddamn bitch. But this been Blackberry the Red Man. This been the AFN crew. This the family right here. Mad Mike Sports, Warren, Big Ant, the resident nose tackle. My brother Denzel, my blood brother from the same mother, AKA Smiley, AKA Do It, AKA all that shit he be calling himself. Big Will and Coach Untamed, the coach of coaches, man. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all make it do what it do. Catch us on the flip side, home team.